This is a crafting table, and usually it takes about 10 seconds to make one in any brand new Minecraft world. But in this mod, getting one is a grind that will take literal hours, and you'll be lucky if you can even survive that long. Welcome to Better Than Wolves, a mod created over 10 years ago that takes everything you thought was easy about Minecraft and turns it into a brutally hardcore grind. Want to break a tree with your fist? Well, that's gonna take a while. Trying to cook up some food so you can avoid starving to death? That's also gonna take a while. Accidentally stood in the dark for too long? Well, now you're dead. Almost every mechanic in the entire game has been altered in some way or another to make your life just a little bit more miserable. I mean, there's literally even a feature that makes milking cows harder called hardcore lactation. So yeah, this mod is kinda hard, but I'm not afraid of a challenge. So today, I'm gonna try to beat it. And just like any other Minecraft world, first thing I need to do is get some wood. But it's gonna be a little bit slower of a process than usual. Eventually though, I will make it through the first layer and get a piece of bark, which is basically useless to me right now. So I need to go ahead and break a whole nother layer. But then finally, at long last, I get one singular stick. But this one stick actually is useful because I can put it into the crafting grid and make a pointy stick. And now I just need to find some stone that I can use this pointy stick to mine. Oh, and looks like there's some just off in the distance over here. With this mod though, I even need to be super careful and precise with basic Minecraft stuff like movement. Making sure to not cover too long of distances, avoiding sprinting if possible, and even try to limit the amount of times I'm like jumping and stuff because all of that is going to drain my hunger, which will become a problem very soon, you will see. Anyways though, now we just start to break this stone with my pointy stick. And we make it through the first layer, which of course gives me gravel, which is not particularly useful to me right now. So I just have to go ahead and break another layer of the stone. And finally, I get a loose stone. And just like the stick I got, I can put this in the crafting grid and make a sharp stone. And the sharp stone is basically just gonna act like this mod's replacement for wooden tools, just allowing me to break some basic blocks like stone and wood a little bit quicker. And so the first thing I'm doing with it here is just collecting a couple extra of these loose stones because very quickly this one I'm using now is gonna break and I'm obviously gonna need more. Like, there you go, it's already broken. But these 4 should be enough for now, so I'm gonna start heading back over to these trees, and while I'm going over here, I also need to start worrying about getting some food for later, so I'm gonna go after this sheep here. Just like my movement though, I also need to be careful with how many times I'm swinging an object, because that as well is going to use some of my hunger. And this sheep is just tanking hits like crazy. This is not a great situation for me. Finally, though, we kill it and get 2 pieces of raw mutton, so that'll be nice for later. I also see another sheep over here I'm gonna go for. Oh, okay, and there's some zombies here. I wanna definitely stay away from these guys. Hopefully just let them burn to death here. Ooh, they killed the sheep for me. Awesome, we can grab the wool and rotten flesh. Was hoping to also get the mutton that sheep dropped, but I don't see it anywhere. So I guess I'll just start working on collecting some more wood because we are gonna need a lot of it. Thankfully, though, this process is a decent bit quicker now with the sharp stones instead of just using my fist or whatever. All right, and I don't want to use up all my stones, so I'm going to stop on the wood collecting there. And now the last thing I need to do before nighttime hits is collect some dirt to build a base. And of course, breaking dirt is also very slow and doesn't even reward me with a full dirt block. I just get 6 piles of dirt, which I can use 4 of those to make a dirt slab, which obviously wouldn't be my first choice if I was building a base on any other Minecraft world, but this is Better Than Wolves, so it's basically my only option at the moment. Oh, and the sun is actually starting to set already, so I don't think I'm gonna have the time to set up like a fancy base or anything here. I think my best bet here at this point is just gonna be to dig underground and like block myself in or something. But building an underground bunker here might be a little bit annoying because some of these dirt blocks have gravity, so if I break them, they're just gonna fall and kind of ruin the whole thing. All right, I've only got a very small area cleared out down here, but I think I'm just gonna have to make do with this for now because I don't really have any other option. So I guess let's get my campfire set up and going for the night because I do need to cook my food at some point if I don't want to starve to death. And now I gotta use this fire plow to start the campfire, which takes a very long time and also consumes a decent amount of hunger. So give me a second here. And finally, our fire has started. I can throw that mutton down there now. And I'm also going to throw on a bit of the sawdust we got from mining down those trees just to keep the fire fueled for a while. Oh, wow. Wait, I actually just uncovered some iron here by breaking that dirt block, which might not seem that crazy if you're not familiar with this mod, but I'm telling you, this is going to be huge later. That is actually the luckiest find I have had. The rest of my first night was pretty uneventful, though, as I just collected more stone and dirt while I waited for my food to finish cooking. Eventually, though, the morning rolled around once again, so it was time to head outside and take advantage of the daylight. Oh, looks like, oh my god! Something dropped an iron sword. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that is actually insanely useful in this mod. I'm telling you, getting to the stage where I can make an iron sword is going to take a ridiculously long time. Obviously, this one doesn't have much durability, but hey, I just literally picked it up off the ground, so I am not gonna complain. Unfortunately, though, my stroke of good luck was countered with some bad luck when I went to check back up on my campfire and noticed it had completely burnt out, which meant that all the progress on cooking that piece of food had been completely reset. Okay, main priorities for this day, though, I need to hopefully find some string that some spiders left around over the night. I see some over there. Awesome. And then obviously I'm also gonna need to find some animals that I can kill because I have no more food to cook up tonight at the moment. Just like everything else in this mod, though, breaking down this string is gonna take a little bit. But there we go. Finally, a single piece of string. But what you're gonna see here is that single piece of string is actually crazy useful because I can use it to make a stone axe. We can finally break down trees. Oh, and it looks like there is a desert village up here, but unfortunately, this mod does not like to make anything easy on you. So villages that are super close to spawn like this are always abandoned and have nothing in them. So this place is completely useless to me. I do see a chicken up here that I am definitely going to kill. Oh, just killed itself for me. Okay, a free raw chicken. I didn't have to waste any of my own stuff to get that. Let's go. Oh, and there's actually quite a few chickens around here. And there's even a desert temple over there, but like you might have guessed, that's also abandoned. Oh, I have now gotten the peckish status effect, though, from my hunger being too low, which means that I can no longer heal or sprint. So I need to head back over to my little bunker right now and check if that piece of food ever finished cooking up, because these status effects get nasty really quick. Like, if I lose even just 2 more hunger bars, I will no longer be able to jump. And I really can't afford to hit this sheep, but I have to do it. Food is just always hard to come by. When I have an opportunity to get some here, I gotta take it. Oh, it's making me chase so far after it. All right, we got it though. Another piece of mutton on top of the 4 raw chicken we already have. That should hopefully be good for a bit. Oh, my food never even finished cooking. That is actually like the worst thing I could have come back to seeing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I guess I am gonna need some more wood to cook up the rest of the food I have tonight. So I'll go ahead and use my new stone axe to collect some wood here. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This hunger situation is looking really, really bad. Oh, and I guess I should mention, some of you might be saying like, oh, you're not even on hardcore mode. Like, why does it even matter if you die? You'll just respawn. You can grab all your stuff again. But like I've mentioned a million times, this is not an easy mod. So they actually have a feature called hardcore respawn that will respawn you in a totally random location when you die. So it basically is hardcore mode, because if I die, I essentially have to restart from square one. Okay, the sun is going down now, though. You can see I'm moving ridiculously slow. I only have 2 bars of hunger left, and I have now completely lost the ability to jump, so I really need to eat. Oh my god, I let the fire go out again. This is a disaster. Thankfully, though, by doing as little movement as possible, I was able to preserve my last 2 bars of hunger and survive until my piece of mutton was cooked. And now that I was temporarily safe from starving to death, I decided to mine up those 4 iron ore that I had previously discovered inside of my bunker. And then I just spent the rest of my night doing some knitting, which would eventually allow me to craft some basic wool armor. But I gotta be honest, this mod's version of knitting might just be up there with watching paint dry as the most boring activity imaginable. I mean, I almost feel like falling asleep right now just watching this thing back while editing. So I think we could all benefit from some gameplay that's a bit more exciting right now. Which means that it's the perfect time for the sponsor of today's video, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is a brand new free-to-play fantasy RPG from the makers of Genshin Impact. In the game, you become an adventurer and grind to form your ultimate team by unlocking progressively stronger heroes. Of course, though, the best heroes have some crazy rare drop chances, but if you've ever seen one of my Skyblock videos, you'll know that's kind of my thing. The game's combat system is also super easy to pick up, so even if you're a total newbie to this type of game like me, you'll still have no problem figuring it out. And your game data is shared across all platforms, so you can grind out a new OP character on your PC or PS5, and then go abuse that character in battles wherever you go on your phone or any other mobile device. They also just released a new limited time character duo that's insanely strong called Topaz and Numby. Topaz is a fire-based character that sends out her cute little pet Numby to inflict insane damage on enemies, and honestly, I think Numby is gonna have to be my favorite character. I mean, just look at it. And in the new 1.4 update, the character Seal will be making a comeback to the game, and if I'm being totally honest, I know nothing about her, but these commenters on Reddit said she's really good, so that's enough for me. Anyways, if you want to get started building your dream team today in Honkai Star Rail, make sure to click my link in the description down below and use the redemption code on screen now to experience these epic new characters and to get 50 Stellar Jade completely for free. And now, let's get back into it. And after my exhilarating night of knitting, I exited my little bunker and decided to pick a fight with a spider. I'm taking so many hits from this thing. Oh my god. Oh, wow, that was a terrible mistake there. Okay, well, I did kill it eventually, though. Definitely not in the most graceful fashion, though, if I'm being honest. Let me see if I can figure out a way to get myself out of this situation now. Let's see. I think I can make this, right? Yep, there we go. Oh! Okay, that could have been very, very bad. I honestly feel very fortunate to have survived that. I am down quite a bit of hunger after all of that for sure, but definitely could be worse. I kind of deserve to be dead after the mistakes I just made. I was playing a little sloppily there. And while I was definitely lucky to survive that encounter, it had managed to completely drain my food supplies. So if I didn't find some more animals soon, my survival was going to be short-lived. So overnight, I cooked up what little food I had left, crafted myself a more powerful weapon using some bones I had collected, and then headed out in the morning to hunt. Any surviving mobs around my base? Oh, okay, we do have a spider. Last time I fought one of these, I took a lot of damage. I would like to get the string off of it, though. Can I do so without getting too hurt this time? Yes. All right, the bone club is a way better weapon than my sharp stone. Oh my god. All right, and so today I'm going off in this direction a little bit to see if we can hunt down a few animals, because if we cannot, I'm going to be in quite a lot of trouble. Oh, and there is a cow up here. Now, these things can be a bit dangerous because they do hit back just like that. So not the ideal mob to be hunting, but beggars can't be choosers, so we're taking it. Oh my god, there are tons of animals over here. This is like food heaven for me. I started killing stuff and now everything is running away though. And I actually did not realize how useful this bone club was going to be. The fact that it kills everything so quickly is insanely helpful. Oh, and there is some clay right here. You know what? While I'm in the area, I might as well grab this. I just need one stick, one string, and one of my loose stones, and we can make a shovel and collect this. All right, and there we go, 8 pieces of clay. And I know it's probably not immediately apparent what this stuff is useful for, but just trust me for now that it is super important, and I'll explain more about it tomorrow. Wow, I am finding so many animals all of a sudden, my god. I have been totally saved in the food department. Look at this, 7 mutton, 4 pork chop, 3 chicken, beef. My bone club is about to break here though, so I guess this is gonna be the end of my food collecting journey, because I don't want to use my iron sword for this, and I don't want to drain too much more hunger either. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my cooked chicken now because we're starting to get a bit low on hunger once again. And I'm also totally out of slabs, so I'm gonna grab some more dirt. Thankfully, we have this stone shovel to do so now, which is very helpful. Made it back to my base though, just in time. The sun is literally like just setting now. Anyways though, I do need to set up some totally new campfires now. These have completely burnt out, so they will no longer work at all. So there's 1 and 2. Now just take out my bow drill and light both of these suckers and get some food cooking. All right, so by some miracle, I've managed to survive to day 5. But main goal here today is gonna be to collect a bunch of wood logs because I need to set something up for that clay I got yesterday. Also, if you're wondering why I never chop down like the base of the tree, that's because in this mod, like you literally just can't. But anyways, the reason that I needed to collect some wood was because in order to make this clay useful, I first have to turn it all into wet bricks, and then I have to lay out these wet bricks to start drying in the sun. And the reason I want to use wood for that is because if any mobs stomp on the wet bricks while they're drying, it will totally reset their progress. But wood is the only block in this entire mod that mobs cannot spawn on, so they should be totally safe up there. All right, and now I also want to see if I can just start using this wood and some of the dirt I have gathered as well to just set up some basic walls around the little ledge I set up my base on over here. And I think this will actually work here. But the sun is now starting to set. I guess we're about to see how my little fortress here is gonna hold up. So I'm gonna start digging around and expanding my bunker a little bit more, and hopefully those walls hold up. Okay, so we're about halfway through the night. My roof is totally exposed and no mobs have gotten in to attack me. So I think the wall is doing its job so far. But very successful night in my opinion. We are now doing much better on the food situation. 3 cooked chickens saved up and I'm only missing 2 bars of hunger. That is crazy. But today my main goal is to set out and collect some more clay because that 8 that I've gotten myself so far is not going to be nearly enough. Well, and I see a big body of water coming up over here. There's gotta be some clay in there, right? Oh yeah, there is a huge patch right here. And while I'm digging up this clay, I guess it's probably a good time to fully explain why it's so useful. So like I already mentioned, once you pick up the clay, you can turn it into wet bricks and dry those to eventually make regular bricks. And then with 16 of those bricks, I can craft an oven, which will not only allow me to cook food insanely faster than my campfire does, but it will also allow me to start smelting ores like the iron I previously found, which is going to be the key to me finally getting a crafting table. But there we go. I've collected 45 more clay. That is way more than I need for my current project and probably more than I'm going to need for quite some time. But I figured if I was already in the area, might as well grab all of it that I can find. Looks like my first 8 bricks have finally dried though, so I'll go ahead and collect all of those. And now I'm just going to expand this drying platform a little bit and plop down as many wet bricks as I can. All right, and tonight actually though, I'm not gonna be mining any more stone. I'm gonna be taking my knitting needles and going full grandma mode for the night because I want to start getting some pieces of that wool armor. And finally, I finished my second piece of wool knit, so I can go ahead and combine that with the first one I did and make myself a little hat. And look at that drip, that is so fire. And I actually do have a ton of wool here from killing sheep, so I might as well like literally just keep going grandma mode all night and knitting and see if maybe I can't start working towards a full set of armor. Oh, my base is definitely not mob proof. I just got smashed in the face by an arrow from that skeleton. Thankfully, it just turned daytime though, so you can hear he is currently burning to death. That is what you get, scumbag. Attacking a man while he is knitting, that is just new levels of evil. Anyways though, my bricks here obviously not gonna be done drying yet because the sun just came up. I think it takes at least 1 full day cycle for those to finish drying, so we'll have to wait till at least tonight for those to dry. In the meantime today though, I would like to try and find some sugarcane because that would allow me to craft some basic storage and start clearing out my inventory just a little bit, but I honestly have no clue what direction I would even start looking to find sugarcane right now. Actually, I guess what I could do though is go up to like the top of this hill here and just kind of peer over and see if maybe I can see something off in the distance. All right, I can see there's a jungle biome that way. Oh, and wait, I think I actually do see some cane over there. I swear this is legit. I feel like that seems so sus right there. The way I'm like, oh, let's just go to the top of the hill. Oh, look, there's some sugarcane over there, but that actually all happened 100% naturally. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And it actually looks like a decent bit of sugarcane too, which is very nice. And we get 7 cane and we get 4 sugarcane roots. So I'm assuming these can probably only be replanted. Oh, and I just realized the rain is going to fully reset my progress on those wet bricks drying on my drying rack. You've got to be kidding me. Well, I guess that project will be taking a little bit longer than initially anticipated. All right, and it's back to grandma mode for tonight. Let's go. And there we go, my 3rd white wool knit complete. I think now, yes, I can make some wool pants with these. Let's go. The drip improves even more. I am now up to 1 singular full bar of armor. Let's go. As the sun rose in the morning though, the rain finally stopped, and I decided to try and find a nearby water source where I could plant the sugarcane roots I had found the day before. Because the 7 cane I currently had wouldn't be enough for much, since it takes 4 cane to make 1 wicker, and I would need 4 wicker to even make the most basic form of storage. Oh yeah, and also if you couldn't tell, this wicker I made from those 4 sugarcane works exactly the same way as knitting, and so I also need to hold right click on it as well for a really long time here to even make it usable. So yeah, this mod just continues to find ways to make things even more painful. The mod did finally cut me some slack though, and there were no more overnight rainstorms. So in the morning, my bricks had dried and I could finally make a brick oven. So now I'll go ahead and just remove my campfire there, throw my brick oven down, and then to add fuel to this thing, I gotta take a piece of oak wood, throw it in there, and then I do still unfortunately have to use something like the bow drill here to light it on fire, but eventually we get this, and you can't really see it from this angle, but now I can start cooking my food in there. But look at that, my mutton has cooked already. I am not even joking, that is like 10 times as fast as the campfires would cook food, so this thing will be very nice to have. But with the brick oven now crafted, I was ridiculously close to finally being able to make a crafting table. All I needed to do now was just find a couple more iron ore. But I guess the mod wasn't very happy with how quickly I was starting to progress, because right as I was about to go out and start exploring, a massive thunderstorm ensued, and I was now totally stuck in my bunker until it ended. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like thunderstorms are not usually very scary in Minecraft, but I am kind of terrified right now. This mod has turned a thunderstorm into a completely new experience for me. Like, I want to go out and accomplish something, but there's just mobs everywhere, and they're obviously not going to die until the storm stops. So I'm just, like, totally helpless here, can't do anything. And meanwhile, the whole time I have to listen to the ominous sounds of rain and lightning. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm playing a horror game. Eventually, though, after what felt like an eternity, the storm finally stopped. Yes, there we go. The rain has just stopped. My bricks are drying again. I can see a mob burning off in the distance. What a beautiful sight. And I am not wasting any sunlight today. First thing I'm going to do is head over to my sugarcane here and harvest that. And then I need to just start exploring again to try and find some open caves that might have some exposed iron deposits in them. Wait, I'm actually a moron. There's a huge ravine next to my little base here, and I definitely saw some iron down there. So that is where I'm going to head in the morning. How I forgot that was there, I have no idea. Now, the only problem is I can't really like jump down there and then build my way back up because you can't jump and place blocks beneath you in this mod. So I'm gonna need to make some sort of staircase down here to try and mine this. Maybe I want to just keep exploring some nearby caves and see if I can find... Oh wait, iron right here, perfect. Also, if you're wondering why this looks super weird where it's just like pitch black, that's because I'm using Fulbright to make the video actually watchable for you guys. But an unfortunate consequence of that is like weird visual bugs like this with the way the mod does darkness. But yeah, let's grab this 3 iron really quickly. And then I just need to find one more piece. All right, no iron on this side, and obviously cannot see any farther into that cave until I get some torches or something. Oh, wait, a little cave over here. Oh, yes, there's some iron. Perfect. And since I don't break the block when I collect the iron dust, I should be able to just stand on top of this thing and grab it, right? Yes, there we go. 8 piles of iron ore. I'm not gonna lie, that was way easier than I expected it to be. All right, and now we take these piles of iron ore and turn them into 4 chunks of iron ore. And now I just need to cook up every single one of them, which now would be a great time for these bricks to finish drying so I could make a second one of those ovens. They look like they're insanely close to finishing. Surely they finish up before the sun goes. Oh, that was like a crazy transition. I just looked up at the sun, back down, and they were finished drying. I kind of wish I did that on purpose. That would have been insane. Okay, so we turned those into brick slabs, turned that into another brick oven. Beautiful. And now I can cook 2 at once, which should save me a lot of time because I think each iron ore takes like 12 minutes to smelt or something crazy like that. And while I'm waiting for the iron to smelt, I guess I can go ahead and weave this last piece of wicker that I'm gonna need to finally make some storage. And finally, there we go. Now I can take these 4 wicker I've made and turn them into a wicker basket. And just wait until you guys see this thing, all right? So now I can open this thing up and we can place 1 singular item inside. That's right. 16 sugarcane total, a bunch of time to weave it all together, And I can now store one singular item in there. But now I'm officially out of things to do again. So I guess I'm just going to stare in my ovens until the iron finishes cooking.
A few minutes later.
Oh, yes, there we go. All right. My first iron nugget. Let's go. This one should be done. Yes, there we go. Iron nugget number 2. There's number 3. And there we go. 4 iron nuggets. So now I can take these 4, fill them into the crafting grid, and make the iron chisel. And now, you might be saying, that thing looks totally useless. How in the world are you saying this is a massive advancement right now, Rage? But, let me just go ahead and show you. So, if I just head over here to one of these unbreakable tree stumps that I've made plenty of this playthrough so far, and hold left click on it for long enough, I'll make a crafting table. Yes, after 13 whole Minecraft days, I have finally created a crafting table. This has been quite the painful experience, so if the 90% of you who watch these videos that aren't subscribed could go ahead and change that right now, I'd really appreciate it. But what that means now is I can create a crazy OP item that you might already know what it is, the stone pickaxe. We can finally do some mining now. Let's go. And I'm gonna need to do a lot of mining because as big of a milestone as getting a crafting table is in this mod, it's obviously not the end. And so my next big goal now is to create a portal and travel to the nether. Before I got started on that though, I decided to just head out on a little hunting trip to end the day. But as I was making my way back to my bunker, the sun began to set and then disaster struck. Oh, gloom. Oh no. Now, up until this point in the video, I have not run into any issues with gloom. But if you remember during the introduction of this video, I mentioned that standing in the dark for too long will just straight up kill you. And because this particular night happened to be a new moon, that meant it was completely pitch black out right now. So if I didn't create a light source soon, I was gonna die. Okay, wait, I think I actually have the stuff here to clutch. I can use my stone axe to turn these logs into sticks and then use those to make a campfire really quickly. But now I need to light this thing and I literally cannot see if my cursor is hovering over it or not. So I just gotta pray. Oh my god, okay. We are alive. Oh my god. I did not realize this was gonna be the new moon already. Oh my god, okay. I thought I was dead. I need to make sure I have fuel ready to go for this campfire if it starts to go low now, though, because I'm going to have to survive the whole night out here. Uh-oh. I hear a zombie coming for us. Oh, no. Okay, this is exactly what I do not want to have to deal with right now. Wait, if we lead him into the campfire like that, that'll kill him. Okay. Whew. All right, what I'm gonna do is dig out a trench around this campfire. That way I can sit next to the campfire, and then if any mobs come towards me, they should just, in theory, fall into the trench, right? Oh, this is going out again. Every time that happens, it is so scary. Oh my god. And now we wait. Oh wait, it looks like maybe the sun is starting to rise though. Yeah, it's definitely getting brighter. Surely, yes. We've made it to the day. All right. Oh my god. Okay. Now I just need these guys to start burning. Come on. Woo! Ow. Okay. Not ideal. Okay. I need to get back to my base. Wait. That thing just blew up so much stones and dirt though. I'm going to collect all of that. Okay. And finally the zombies are burning. Wait. He's coming towards me though. Now is not the time, please. Now is not the time. Okay. We're alive. Oh, and now. Oh my god. There's still so many things shooting at me. I need to get home. Please let me get home. Please just let me get to the base. I might have to use my sprint here just to get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, and we are home. We have made it. How am I alive right now? How am I alive? Oh my god. I do need to go back out and keep collecting resources, but I need a second just to be thankful to be alive. Oh my god. All right, healed up a little bit, regathered my senses. Anyways, for the start of this day, I want to use my new stone pickaxe to go around and gather all of the coal around here. Because if I'm going to be doing a mining trip here anytime soon, I am definitely going to need torches because we literally just witnessed the perfect example of what happens when it gets too dark. All right, 23 coal. That seems like a pretty solid amount to me. The sun is setting, and I'm almost positive that event we just experienced where it goes like completely pitch black like that. I don't think it's possible for that to happen 2 nights in a row, but honestly, that whole ordeal literally traumatized me, so I am not risking it. I am heading straight back to my base. And when I finally made it back to my base, I decided to use my coal to craft the torches. And that's when I found out that not only does each individual lit torch take up its own inventory spot, but they also only burn for a short, limited amount of time. So if there's anyone out there keeping track of every way that this mod makes Minecraft way too hard, I guess you can add that one to the list too. But now that I finally had all the tools I needed to go mining, it was time to get to work. All right, and first thing I actually want to do, I guess, is I did find iron ore in my base here initially, right? So now that I have a stone pickaxe, I can dig out this area and look at that. Yep, some more iron ore beneath it. And now with the pickaxe as well, instead of just getting some iron dust from this, I'll get a full chunk of iron ore. So it's twice as efficient as using just a sharp stone. There we go, some more iron ore again. Bro, I literally made my base in like the perfect place for iron. It's so funny. Oh, and my pickaxe, bro. We already got to make another one of those. Which, like I mentioned before, this is kind of the unfortunate part of the crafting table is that it's locked to this location. So whenever I need to go make a new stone pick, I got to run all the way over here to craft it. Thankfully, though, it's not too far from my base, so it's not the worst. All right, I may have uncovered all this little area has to offer. I'm trying to think if I mine this, just check. Oh, wait, nope, some more iron. Good thing I kept checking. I'm trying to dig this all out without like totally griefing my base at the same time too. It's a bit of a challenge. More iron here too. Oh my God. To be fair though, I am gonna need a lot of it because obviously each one of these only converts to 1 iron nugget, which means I need 9 of them for a single ingot. So something like an iron pickaxe, for example, is gonna take 27 chunks of iron ore to make. It seemed like I had finally found all the iron that I was going to in my little base though. So I headed back over to that nearby ravine to see if I could figure out a way to get down. So I'm just gonna have to stack a ton of dirt and just make a staircase all the way down. I mean, this is going to require a pretty ridiculous amount of dirt, but I think it's worth it because there's a ton of iron in that ravine. Perfect. There we go. I have a staircase all the way back up now. We are officially in the ravine. So let's start grabbing some iron. Oh, and I've broken my second pickaxe already. 21 chunks of iron ore though, and I think there's still a bunch left down in this ravine. Uh-oh. Not what I really want to be dealing with right now. I'm going to use my iron sword on that guy. I'm not taking any risks. Oh, now we got a zombie here too. Oh, and a creeper over there. Okay. This ravine just went from totally peaceful to suddenly a lot more dangerous. Oh, God. Oh, and my axe has broken. Oh, my God. Oh, not the creepers. Okay, I'm just going to let that guy blow up. That's fine. There are mobs all over my staircase back home. There we go. Fight this zombie off. Okay. Oh my God, another one. Oh wait, he has an iron shovel though. Oh, and he dropped it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Very low durability iron shovel, but we take that. Let's go. Can I please get back home? I am starting to get so beat up now. Oh no, not you guys. Okay, I actually need to run here. I don't care how much hunger it uses. I actually just need to run. Okay, wow, that used so much hunger. Okay, we're at least safe back in the base though. But I didn't get much time to relax at all because it quickly became apparent to me that if I didn't want to sit around waiting for literal hours for that iron I just mined to smelt, I was gonna need to get some more ovens. So for the next few days, I would head out in the morning, mine some clay, set it out to dry, and then do it all over again the next day. And I continued to do this until I had managed to create a total of 8 ovens. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with this though. 8 brick ovens all going here. Even if I start to get a pretty significant amount of these iron chunks collected, these will at least help me smelt it all down now at like a more reasonable pace. But even though I could smelt my iron much faster now, I was still a few nuggets short of being able to craft the iron pickaxe that I was currently aiming for. So I made my way back into the caves and continued to mine until I had enough. And there we go. These 5 have all finished. We're up to 29 iron nuggets. So now I can take these iron nuggets and turn them into 3 iron ingots. And then just like this, and boom, I have an iron pickaxe. 23 days to get this thing. Definitely a bit more of a journey than it would be in just like regular Minecraft. Anyways though, with this thing now, I'm able to mine the whole block of cobblestone like this, which is obviously going to be a bit of a game changer for us. Unfortunately for me though, there were still quite a few other iron tools I needed to get. So for the next few hours, I went on mining trip after mining trip after mining trip until I had amassed over 100 chunks of iron. And then I just had to wait like an hour for all of it to smelt. And finally, there we go. All of my iron has been cooked here. 172 iron nuggets I have smelted up here. But now, finally, at long last, I can head into the crafting table and turn all of these iron nuggets into iron ingots. And we get 19 iron ingots in total, which in any other Minecraft playthrough would be like totally depressing, but in this mod, that's pretty good progress. And now, of course, I can start to actually make some iron tools, starting with the iron axe. Which, yes, in this mod only takes 2 iron ingots. Actually, one of the few things that's easier than regular Minecraft. But now, you might be wondering, what exactly does an iron axe do for me at this stage in the game? Like, I wasn't having any problems chopping down a ton of trees with my stone axe before. Why do I need the upgrade? And the reason I wanted this upgrade is because now if I put this in a crafting grid with the oak log, I can finally make planks. That's right, after like 20 hours of playtime, I have finally created my first wood planks. And once again, you might be asking, okay, but what exactly do wood planks do for you at this point in the game? Which I can show you if I just go ahead and break a couple of my wicker baskets here and turn those back into just regular wicker. I can now combine that and the wood plank to create a hamper. And just get ready for this, because when I place the hamper down, you'll see we get 4 storage spaces. So now I can just go through and break down all of my old wicker baskets that I had been creating an absolute ton of, and then just make as many of these hampers as possible. And now just look how clean my inventory is. I have been waiting for more storage for what feels like forever. Oh, and I should also go ahead and show, in case you're wondering, no, I cannot make chests with 8 wood planks. Otherwise, I would be doing that. But in this mod, you need some other mechanical stuff before I can make chests. So eventually we'll get there, but not quite yet. And that about does it for the usefulness of the iron axe. But don't worry, we are just getting started with these iron tools, because next up, I'm making shears, which this time you're probably definitely thinking, okay, what could shears possibly do for you at this stage in the game? But just wait until I show you guys what these things can do. I am telling you right now, you are not going to be disappointed. But to show you guys this ability, I first need to find an unsuspecting creeper somewhere. Oh, and I see our target right here. So all I have to do is walk up to him and right click, and he can no longer explode. He will still follow me around in typical creeper fashion, but he has lost his oysters thanks to my shears and can no longer explode. It still freaks me out way too much to have one of these guys following me though, so I am not going to allow him to do so. Sorry, man. But yeah, it just makes creepers totally less scary than before, because you can literally just remove their exploding oysters. So see, I told you the shears were not gonna be a letdown. But that's not even the end of the shears either, because also up until this point, I've been having to sit and break these cobwebs with a sharp stone for literal ages just to get one string. But now with the shears, I can break them for half a second and get the full cobweb, which can then be converted into 2 strings. So not only is it like 10 times as fast as it was before, but I also get double the strings. So yeah, the shears are actually kind of OP. And I am still not done making these fancy iron tools, because next up I am making an iron hoe. And yes, once again, only 1 iron ingot as opposed to 2 for making one of these, so the mod is actually kind of being nice to us for the first time. But what exactly can I do with an iron hoe? Well, if I mine grass blocks with it, I should eventually drop some hemp seeds, which can then be planted and, as you might have guessed, eventually farmed for hemp. Honestly though, I don't really need hemp for any of my current aspirations, so probably just gonna put this one on the back burner for a while, but I figured I'd show it off to you guys anyway. But yeah, that about does it for all of the cool iron tools I have to showcase now. I am gonna also craft myself an iron sword because I am tired of using a stone axe to constantly defend myself. And of course, I'm also gonna make myself a brand new iron pickaxe because my previous one isn't looking so good here. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, the iron shovel isn't really of any crazy good use to me right now, so we're gonna hold off on that one. And iron armor is just super expensive, and I don't really have that many iron ingots to spare yet, so we're also gonna hold off on that for now. But yeah, now that brings me to my next goal of upgrading to a diamond pickaxe, which of course, in order to do that, I'm gonna have to find some diamonds. And so I did a little bit of research into best mining practices for this mod. And from what I was able to find, it seems like my best bet to find diamonds is gonna be to dig down to the very bottom of this like second stone layer. Like, you know how it goes from this first color to the second one. Well, if I go to where this second layer ends and then just dig in like a straight line, I should hopefully be able to find a massive cave somewhere. With that being said though, I could also just get super unlucky and literally find nothing at all. So I guess let's just hope that luck is on my side today. Okay, this looks very, very promising. Not gonna lie, I am kinda terrified to be exploring this, but if I want to find diamonds, this is basically gonna be my... Oh my god, no way. Oh my, okay, I realize that seems insanely scripted. I swear it is not. Oh my god, how am I gonna get down there now? Okay, I guess I'm just literally gonna stack up these cobblestone slabs like this until I can make a staircase for myself to get down, maybe? Oh no, I just realized though, okay, we can grab these 2 diamonds, but because I can't break this version of stone, I can't even check if there's more beneath. So I still need to get 1 more diamond for my pick. No. All right, it's okay though. This cave looks absolutely massive, so maybe I'll just get lucky and find some more down here somewhere. Probably not a bad idea. Oh my god, let's go. Okay, there we go. Wait, that's literally it. 3 diamonds, just like that. Okay. My research massively paid off. Oh my god. I gotta start doing research more often. And the mod does have a change for this crafting recipe. You'll see if I try and make a diamond pick normally, it's just not gonna work. Because I actually need to go ahead and turn these into diamond ingots first. Thankfully though, I have the extra iron and I stole some creeper's oysters so we can make 3 diamond ingots just like that. And now we can make our diamond pickaxe. Let's go. That was actually way faster of a process than I thought it was gonna be. And now it's only about midday right now, so I think I actually should have time to go do the other thing I want to really quickly as well. Because obviously the big benefit of getting a diamond pickaxe is that I can now mine obsidian and make a nether portal. And thankfully I found this desert temple very early on, so we have some super easy access to obsidian here. And there we go. That's everything that I need. Now let's head back to base and build this nether portal. And we light it. Oh, well, I need to look up what I'm doing wrong. All right, well, I guess I maybe should have been able to figure this out, but all I have to do is make a campfire and then light this thing on fire, and that should work. There we go. All right, let's go in. And we have arrived in the nether. Oof, we are in a bit of a sketchy spot. And now, obviously, this isn't the end of the mod. I still have quite a ways to go if I want to beat it. But that's going to take at least another 100 hours, and I haven't uploaded in 5 months, so I guess this is going to have to be a series.